We're at Chef Paul German Restaurant for Mike's 50th birthday party.
Let's go to the...
You're supposed to be in London? I wanted to see you there. Yeah, I can take that
Yeah, really.
Looks like you dropped a couple pounds. Just the last time
Okay, that's how it goes. Whoa!
We don't want to get in your way.
I didn't know you were there. No,
You like this because I knew that.
Whereabouts?
So
it's
how,
just kind of between Richmond and Kenosha.
so you just what drive right down? It's not a.
What did I do wrong?
I did that.
Happy birthday.
Gee, I hope that I was going to
This is what it takes for us to see each other. It's just a sweet roaster, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take
Success. Took me a long time, but I got it.
Tried that once.
Okay, before we get started here, I'd like to read something. Thank you. I'd like to read something from Mike's Aunt Ann. She handed me a little note that she'd like me to read for her. She says, "When Mike was just an infant, I learned to love him so much because he was such a happy baby." What happened? She said, "What happened?" I even wondered if I would love my own baby, which I was expecting in 5 months as much. Needless to say, yes, I did love Rita very, very much. After all, she was mine. I must add that after the birth of Mike and Rita, my sister Mary, which is Mike's mother, and I developed the most beautiful sister relationship, which I treasure immensely. It has grown deeper over the past 50 years. She also says, hats off to a terrific guy. Mike,
You know it, Mike, right? You know you're terrific.
okay, also, I don't know if you people are familiar with the David Letterman show. He has 10 reasons why they do things in that, top 10 things. Well, I'll list them all the way from Sioux City, Iowa. Top 10 reasons why Mike Woll should not turn 50. Number 10. Number 10, because he never does anything halfway, including a century. His age cannot surpass the number of TVs he owns. Number 8, it's only 15 more years till he retires and Laura doesn't want him home. Number 7, the AARP finds you no matter what. Number 6, because Vegas has the over-under at 49. Number 5, he buys all his TVs at Douglas store called Douglas, and Douglas doesn't have a senior citizen discount. Age cannot be higher than the number of toppings he puts on his pizza. And after 50, cartoons should be limited, and he should be watching the Home Health Network more. Sorry, I got that wrong. Hold on. There's a comma in here. And after 50, cartoons should be limited, and the Home Health Network should be watched more often. Number 2, mean he's eligible to be traded for 2 25-year-olds, and that's even too old for Laura. And last but not least, number 1, because Laura said so. Okay, now we got a few people want to say a few words about Mike in a roast type atmosphere. We're going to start off with the ladies first here. We got Nancy and Sue Engel.
Some of you know us, I think. Nancy's got laryngitis, and I'm close to it, so I hope you can hear me, because it's the best I can do.
Stand up. Yeah, stand up.
Stand up. Okay. Nancy asked me to read hers, and she can't talk right now. So we'll do hers first. We've known Mike since 1967, so he's been around a long time. And he's scared to death right now, wondering what we're going to say. And he has a right to be. Now this is what Nancy
you
has...
wouldn't admit either.
No, that's right. Some things I'm waiting for the 60th party. But this is what Nancy has to say. My most impressionable memory of Mike is from the time I was his secretary at Interree. In fact, my laryngitis today is probably directly due to the long hours I spent sitting at my desk outside his office, and a chilling 50-degree wind blew on me from his office. Mike kept his office so cold, I put on a hat and gloves each time I had to spend time in there looking for files. Just thinking about it, she's got a jacket on. When he would leave the office for any amount of time, I would shut his door to ward off the cold. When he would return, I would receive an icy stare. We know about those. As he would open the door. To this day, I keep my house at a comfortable 80 degrees and have felt fine since. But I guess just the memory of his cold, cold office gave me this laryngitis today. By the way, it's really cold in here. Did you lower the thermostat?
I tried.
Now again, this is Nancy talking. I was 16 when Mike and Sue were friends at Zurich, and Mike would come by our house and tease me constantly. But when I was older and entered the workforce, Mike helped me get my job at Interreed, and the years I spent there were years of maturing and learning, which later enabled me to pursue a career in reinsurance. Mike, thank you for being my mentor. Now it's my turn.
Stay there.
I didn't know I'd be this close. All right, this is my roast to Mike, and well, like I said, we knew Mike from 1967. It's about 27 years. And the 27 years of memories cover being friends, being co-workers, aggravating each other, mostly me aggravating Mike, helping, and that's mainly Mike helping me. I've tried to remember the highlights of the past 27 years in order to choose some Mike stories for this special occasion and mixed audience. I hope you don't mind, but I made a few notes. I got you now.
Wait 2 years.
I don't go to parties. Maybe this is a good, whoops, aha, I see I almost skipped it. Many times Mike has said in front of me and to other people, and they've told me, that he says he taught me all I know. So I thought maybe this was a good time to explore this thought. So I had to ask myself, what do I know that Mike might have taught me? And after thinking about it, his statement may be true after all. Listen to the following. Financial responsibility. When Mike and I first met, we were both working at Zurich Insurance Company in the late 60s. He was working during the day and putting himself through college at night at DePaul. I was working in the accounting department. I can remember that I could never manage my money very well until Mike showed me how he did it. He would throw all his bills in a garbage can and pull out 3 or 4, and those are the ones that got paid there. And I knew Mike always had $10 or $20 in his pocket. So I decided this was the right way to be financially responsible. So I guess that's one for Mike. Now my husband still blames it on my mother, so he doesn't know this thing. Proper work ethics. Okay? Mike did teach me that the way to job security in reinsurance was to keep everything so complicated as possible and always keep the accounting screwed up. 20 years later, my job is to straighten out reinsurance accounting problems from the 70s and 80s.
Half of which we created.
He was right about job security. I guess that's 2 for Mike. You should see how often I see your name now. Art appreciation. I'm not telling about that one. He's worried. Laura, did you bring smelling salts or something? No? I know, it's very warm up here. Mike took me to a movie called 2001. It was a movie about a baby floating in outer space.
See why I had a problem.
I watched and watched, but couldn't quite get the storyline. After the movie, Mike kept saying how great it was. He must have caught the storyline. Then he started talking about the symbolism and all the underlying meanings. I still think we saw 2 different movies. But he did introduce me to art. So I guess that's 3 for Mike. You're doing pretty good. Now this is a big one he struck out on. How to hold your liquor. No, Mike never succeeded in teaching me how to do that.
Laura either.
Sharing. I remember Mike as always being very generous and sharing, sometimes with a little sick humor thrown in, especially with us. During Mike's bachelor days, he had a condo on Clark Street. Sometimes when he would be out of town for the weekend, he would let me stay in his condo and feel like a queen of the jet set. On the weekend, I got there on a Friday, one weekend, I got there on a Friday night, and being a typical scaredy cat, which I am, I started to turn on the lights in every single room. When I reached in and turned on the bedroom light, I froze, let out a scream, had my knees turned to jelly. I was sure death would follow me shortly. There on the bed was an awful-looking woman staring at me. Although it seemed I was frozen in time, I slowly made my way over to the bed. I can't describe what I saw, but it looked something like this. Gotcha. It turned out to be a big blow-up doll. I couldn't figure out why Mike would have something like this. When I saw him the next week, I asked him what the doll was for. He laughed and laughed, then he talked and talked for a half hour about the doll's purpose. But, like the movie 2001, there were too many symbolisms. I still don't know what the doll was for. Mike, would you like to explain it again?
I said it was the rate of Tudors. Laura?
No, huh? Laura, had you ever heard about that story?
No, that was great.
I got lots of them. All kidding aside, Mike, you've been a true friend to me over the past 27 years. You've been there for me during several difficult times. For a while, you were not only my friend, but my crisis manager. Knowing Mike has made a difference in my life, and I think that is the true meaning of friendship. What have I done for Mike? Well, I used to work with Mike and Laura. And Mike would come over by me, and we could talk almost about anything. We'd been friends so long. Yeah, sure. And Mike would remember her. I know you remember her. Mike, I mean, all this is true stuff. You know, I don't lie. Mike used to come over to me at work and talk about Laura. How cute she was, how he thought about her all the time, and gee, he'd love to go out with her, but she was so young and cute, why would she want to go out with him, you know? And, you know, then he'd go his merry way, and I'm trying to get my work done, otherwise Paul's going to get mad at me, and you don't want him mad at you. So then Laura'd come traipsing by, oh, Sue, you know, I think Mike is so neat. And I said, Laura, why don't you let him know?
She said that?
You know?
That was before she
Not
married.
lately.
And she says to me, oh, but he's so successful, and, you know, what am I? And so I'm listening to all this and getting pretty tired of it. Plus, Mike started going out with somebody that was absolutely a no-no. So something
Which
had
one
to be.
was that? There were so many of those.
So although I'm not a very...
Need another one?
Better keep listening.
I'm trying.
Do you need some water, Mike?
Cool yourself off?
I'm not a very social type person, so throwing a party is not something I would normally do. But I decided, because Mike was such a good friend and Laura was, that I go ahead, and since it was Halloween, near Halloween, I throw a Halloween party at my house, well, my apartment, and invite them, and maybe they kind of get together. Well, kind of like Christmas cards, I never quite got invitations out. So I finally decided on the night of the party, when Mike and Laura were the only ones that showed up, I said, well, we're going to turn this into something great. So I got my purse and I left and went to a party and left them there, and it's history ever since. So only my cat at that time that I had, who now is in kitty heaven, knows the story of that evening.
That's right.
I know, because I forgot.
It's the age, Mike.
Now, getting Mike and Laura together was the best thing I could have done for Mike. I don't know how Laura feels about it now. You know, Mike, you're great, and I can't read what I got here, but
I can't see it either.
but anyway, I'm really, you've been a special part of my life. And we'll fill out the rest of this at his 60th.
Very good, very good. Okay, next up we got Paul Mavros.
Are you in trouble, Mike?
Now it comes out, Mike. Now it really comes out.
I got to tell you, that's a very tough act to follow there. Especially since I met Mike in 1972. It was 5 years I didn't have on you knowing him.
Yeah. He was 4 then, though. There's no, yeah.
He still is.
Yeah. He's
Laura's rich, but he's
Thanks to Laura.
I met Mike through a strictly business relationship. We joined forces, so to speak, when he and Ward Gordon hired me, thinking I was really good.
I hated your ass.
That's right. That's right. I took his job. And I joined in April 1973, joined Sterling office as it was called then. I had 2 days of Mike, and I took 2 weeks vacation. That's the truth. Went to Europe. Thought, I can get used to it. Over the next 5 years, we had a wonderful learning process together. Mike did not learn a thing. Tried to get me fired once. Didn't work. I was too good. But we formed a pretty good team in business. And along the way, we got to kind of tolerate each other. I even let him move in my neighborhood in Old Town. Get him out of the ghetto in Newport, where he was at, by Wrigley Field. I mean, who the hell would want to live near Wrigley Field? You know? Especially a White Sox fan. That's the one thing we had in common. White Sox. 1978 came, and Mike decided that he wanted to go work for another firm. So he went to E.W. Blanche Company and dragged me along with him. Isn't that the way it worked?
I think you got a little backwards.
In reality, I went and made a deal with Ted Blanche. Made the deal. Mike came out for lunch, and I said, we're going to work for him. And we did. And the next 2 years, we really had next 3 years, we had a lot of fun again. Learning from each other. And I have to tell you, I think if you talk to anybody in the reinsurance business today, when they talk about Mavros and Woll, we were a good team. Well, a lot of people thought that too. But we were a good team. We had a lot of fun. We made a lot of money for our companies. And then something happened. I was the so-called branch manager. Mike supposedly worked for me. And always he dated the girls in the office. But he always came and he told me, he said, I'm going to date. I said, Mike, now these, you got to go back. This is in the 70s. These things were allowed then. And you couldn't get sued or anything. I said, Mike, just do me a favor. Tell the girl that when you get tired of her and you tell her goodbye, if she's going to have a problem, I got to fire her because I ain't going to fire you. I should have fired him and not the girl. Anyway, he always told me every time he dated one of the girls in the office. So we're going along. Laura comes to work for us. Laura quits. She goes to work for a competitor. And I said, Mike, why'd she quit? Oh, she got tired of you. I said, all right. What's she going to do over at the competitor? She's going to be a broker. I said, are you kidding me? She can't be a broker. She doesn't have the brains to be a broker. What are you talking about?
That's the truth.
He says, oh yeah, she'll do all right. Okay. So then he says, by the way, I'm going to White Sox training this year, and David is going with me. I said, so what? That happens every year. What are you telling me for? Well, I'm taking the company car. Mike, you do that every year. Laura says, I'm going to take my last week of vacation because I'm going to Vegas. He says, what is this? Everybody's telling me where they're going. I don't care. I get a postcard from Laura. She's in Vegas. Oh, that's nice. She never sent me a postcard from anywhere. I forget about it. Next thing I know, Mr. Heifetz, who was here, who had to leave, and his wife and I are in Washington, D.C., and Mike has decided he can't work for me anymore. He's going to move to our New York office. And we're walking down the street, Mr. Heifetz and Mrs. Heifetz and I said, yeah, Mike's moving to New York. And Mrs. Heifetz says, what's he going to do with Laura? I said, Laura? What do you mean, what's he going to do with Laura? Yeah, you know, they're dating, they're living together. I said, what? He forgot to tell me he'd been dating Laura. Is that a true story? Thank you. Thank you. Laura forgot to tell me she was dating Mike. And poor David was sworn to silence. He couldn't say he never got to Florida. Those two went to Florida.
He did.
Did he go with you?
He went the first week. We shipped him out and shipped her in.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, but you went first class all the way, though, didn't you?
Eastern Airlines. He said, I'm going to die.
That's right.
Anyway, after a while in New York, working for one of the masters of our business, Mike decided to leave Blanche Company and go back to Inter-Reed. Blanche had record profits after Mike left. Because our expenses went way down. Then Mike decided to leave New York and come to Chicago for Inter-Reed. The local sports economy in Chicago skyrocketed. Just went great. But Inter-Reed went in the tank because their expenses went up. I have a couple copies of telegrams here, Mike, from dear friends of yours. Couldn't be here today. The first one is from the guy you went to New York to work for, Pete Malloy, who really treasured the time you were there. And all he says is, thank God I got free of Woll because I quit drinking, and I hope your retirement is fulfilling. I guess he thought this was your retirement party, not your birthday. Ted Blanche was going to send you he did send a telegram. He couldn't be here because I think he's on, well, it says he's on his honeymoon, but that can't be because after 6 wives, how could you still be on a honeymoon? He sent a few words along, and oh, wait a minute. Any of you who know Ted Blanche realize I can't read what he says about Mike, so we'll pass that one on because it's mixed company here. Now we were talking about all of Mike's old secretaries, and I had forgotten. I'd forgotten it. Nancy was one of his old secretaries. She didn't sign this last one, but it's a document that says you are hereby notified of a lawsuit for sexual harassment signed by all of your old secretaries.
Except Nancy.
She locked the door.
I don't think you have to worry, Mike, because, I was the one that fired all of them. You didn't have the nerve to fire any of them. And I'm sure the statute of limitations has run out.
I know an attorney, Mike.
One of the stellar parts of Mike's life and my life together was the landing of a major account, which is here in Park Ridge, called Protection Mutual. And Mike made a promise to himself and to me that when he left Blanche, he would never call on these people as long as I was involved with the account. And I said, that's silly. Yeah, call on him. What the hell? You're no good anymore without me. So. But I got a telegram here from Gene Lentz, who was the chief buyer for this company. And he says, Dear Mike, even though Paul is retiring, don't bother to come visit anyway. Mike and I were a team. We really were. A business team. We've also been very good friends. All of you here know he's a man of many talents, many interests. It's amazing to me, music, sports, cartoons, opera, on and on. This guy, I learned a lot from him. Once in a while he knew a little about a reinsurance, but I usually had to help him out. He's been a loving father, a loving husband. He's been a loving son, a loving son-in-law.
Loving brother.
So-so brother, so-so brother-in-law. We all know that. I mean, Most of all, Mike's a guy I met 22 years ago, who I still call my friend, and all of you here are a testament to his love, his sharing, his humanity, his understanding, and his wisdom. I personally would be very different without him, and I hope you feel the same way.
Here it
Second game.
One more speaker. Mr. Eugene Polinsky.
The two previous speakers have shot holes in my entire presentation. Because I was going to, and I'm still going to pursue it, because this is a different Mike Woll that we all know now. This hat is related to a party that we have at Mike's house every August in celebration of my deceased mother's birthday. And this year he gave us hats with Polinsky Fest on it. And I just want you to have this one, Mike. Notice I changed the Polish red to the
Virgin one.
the Virgin, yeah. I don't know how I can roast this guy, because to me he's a paragon of virtue. He's the epitome of all. Maybe it's only because I've only known him a short time.
Father goes on once.
But he's
Like a few words with you.
he's the epitome, as far as I'm concerned, of everything that's good and lasting. As a matter of fact, just this morning he and I were walking on Lake Michigan. So I can relate to him, but being the little show-off that he is, he has to walk a foot above the water, you know. The trouble when you do something like that is that you end up hobnobbing with the big guys in the sky. And this little story is one day when Mike and the Lord Jesus went out to play some golf. Jesus said to Mike, Mike, Arnie Palmer is probably the best golfing machine I ever invented, I ever created. He said, so when I'm out there on the course with you, Mike, I want you to tell me what club Arnie Palmer would use. So when they were out in the middle of the fair of the first hole, Jesus turned to Mike and said, Mike, what do you think? Well, Arnie would probably use an 8 here, Lord, but you could probably use a 9 and get over there with no trouble. No. If Arnie Palmer uses an 8, I'm going to use an 8. Next hole, they're on the edge of the green. What about this, Mike? Well, he probably would use the putter. But you can use the chip and get in there. No, if Arnie uses the putter, I'm going to use the putter. The next hole, the Lord plunks it right in the water. Mike turns to the Lord and says, you better walk out there and get your ball. And the Lord is out there in the middle of the pond retrieving his ball, and somebody comes up to Mike and taps Mike on the shoulder and says, who the heck does he think he is, Jesus Christ? No, he thinks he's Arnie Palmer. So when you are that perfect, Mike, you tend to have to direct people in those ways. I think what I'd like to tell you is that I have passed 50 several years ago. So I'd like to tell Mike just what might be waiting for him. Someday in the future, you might have to go to a doctor for a physical. And the doctor might say, Mike, I want a sample of your sperm, your stool, and your urine. And then, Mike, you might turn to your wife and say, what did he say? And your wife might say, well, he wants your shorts. All right, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Well, then here's the clincher then. Mike is driving down to St. Louis, and the state trooper pulls him up, and he says, "Can I have your driver's license? You're doing 55 miles an hour in a 65-mile zone or 75-mile zone." And Laura said, "What did he say?" He said, "I'm doing 55 in a 75-mile zone." And the cop then looks at Mike's wallet and he says, "So you're from Naperville, huh?" "I'm from there. As a matter of fact, my last girlfriend was from there. She couldn't kiss, she couldn't love, she couldn't carry on a conversation or anything." And Laura turns up, Mike, "What do you say?" Mike says, "He says he knows you." But truly, Mike, truly, for all of us who know you and love you and bear with you, want you to know that we in the Polinsky family think an awful lot of you. And I think one of the greatest thrills in our family is having you join our family. And I'm going to have a embroidered thing made with that, and we'll send it to your house as soon as we get it done. But actually, next time, let's try to make a Yankee Stadium, okay, instead of Municipal Park. And stay the way you are. You're great. You're wonderful. We enjoyed having you in the family, and there aren't many of us left.
I found this, so I thought, years ago, I think we both might have fit in these, but I think you could have Laura Soul together.
Look at that.
Make one for you, right?
What about those for $5 a piece? The old Inter golf shirts. David had one of these.
That's the side. That's the side.
Well, he's got two of them. I put them together, right?
I think it's only fair that we let Mike say a few words here to get a couple things off his mind. I think that he came up with. Mike Woll.
Thank you. I just want to thank everybody for coming here and giving up their football Sunday. Like I was forced to give up mine.
Yeah.
Bear down to 6, hurry up.
This is not a baseball Sunday.
Laura's going to have her household budget cut because of this. From $2,000 a week to $1,800. Honey, I hope you can scrimp by.
Thanks, dear.
Really, Laura will attest to this, that I've been a little bit down this past week, and it has absolutely nothing to do with my birthday. I mean, when you consider the alternative, it's great. And actually last Saturday, I had to go get my driver's license renewed, and there were two things that happened. One is my eyesight isn't the greatest, but I didn't want that on my driver's license. So before I went into the place, I rubbed my eyes real hard, and I went in there to that machine, and I said to the man, you know, I says, with all this ragweed, I says, my eyes are just watering like mad. He said, okay, you're passed.
And $50.
Yeah. No, this is the suburbs. They're all Republicans. You can't give them any money. It's preposterous, Paul. I mean, we couldn't get the satellite dish. Nobody takes any money out here. It's crazy, all these Republicans.
Try me.
I know. Oh, you know the ways, you know. But then this very sweet, white-haired lady, looked like Auntie Stella. She was taking the $10 for the driver's license. She looked on there and she said, no, it can't be. You can't be 50. Are you one of these guys that lied 30 years ago so you could drink? And that made me feel so good. But most of you know my mother had hip surgery almost 2 weeks ago, and she hasn't done too well. And I know that I am her son because I feel the same way. My mother loves to do things for people, and now she's flat on her back, and people have to do things for her, and she has to ask people to do things for her, and she hates it. And I feel the same way. I'm so happy you're all here today, but you know how uncomfortable I am. I love doing this to other people. But I don't like this. But
Get used to it.
thank you, everybody, for
All right.
my
a wonderful kid ever since he's been born. And now he's got a young son that he is raising up just as proud as he is. And we're all proud of Mohammed. I don't know how much I can say because I could almost go in tears. I am so proud of Mike and Laura and their young son. It's a wonderful family.
Happy birthday to
Okay, I'll make a wish, okay?
Okay.
That all these sports strikes go away.
Oh, it's Jeffrey's birthday too
Yeah,
today.
Jeffrey, yeah, come out, Jeffrey. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Blow.
Get them all!